G'day folks, Heath Myers here, Agent of Change, transformational coach and facilitator from agentofchange.com.au, and coming to you this week with the next edition in the Agent of Change Game Changers. So here's a real game changer for you. Something that, this is a real important activity, a real important key that I want to share with you to help you move from self-doubt and fearing failure to feeling a sense of self-belief, feeling confident and ready to take on the world. This is an awesome tool that I use with a lot of my clients with incredible success. So stay tuned for this week's Game Changer coming to you in just a moment's time. Welcome back. So let me introduce you to the activity that I want to share with you today. And the activity that I want to share with you today is called Find Your Gold. So this activity is actually one step in a 5-step process that I call the failure flip. And the failure flip is a tool that I put together to meet the needs of a lot of my clients who come and do breakthrough coaching sessions with me. In particular, one of the most common problems that I see successful people coming to me with is this self-doubt driven by a fear of failure. So what's happened for these people? Well, what's happened is that they've been attached to an outcome of something happening in the past, something really, really important, right? And they invested a lot of themselves into it and it didn't go as planned, or potentially it went wrong. And as a result of it not going as planned, and what they've done is stored and coded it as what one might call failure. And once you start to store and code past events as failure, you consciously choose to program your unconscious mind to see things as failure, then what that ultimately leads to is self-doubt. It leads to indecision, it leads to procrastination, and it leads to a lack of motivation. And in some instances, it can actually cripple successful, achievement-oriented and results-driven people, which is not where you want to be. Most people who really, really love success also really, really fear failure. And so when you've got that much riding on the outcome of personal events and that much attachment to it, that can actually potentially have a negative influence on it. The whole idea of this process is to reframe those past events, to put them in a different frame, to literally store and code them at an unconscious level in a different way, in a positive way, in an empowering way that can enable you to use those past failures as your greatest assets, as your armory for moving forward, taking on the world and winning again, ultimately. So let's go through the process. It's super, super simple, right? And highly effective, okay? So the process is called Find Your Gold. It's all about finding your gold. So first thing you need to do is you need to identify the pain point or the pain points. So that's the unsuccessful event, the unsuccessful events that led to this coding of failure. Okay, so you need to identify what that is, and you need to go there. You need to go into that event. You need to assess for yourself, and it might be uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's not going to cripple you for life. Just allow yourself to go into that moment and see what happened. See what happened. Get in there and look at it from a different perspective as well. Be in there looking for the learnings, right? So identify your pain point or pain points, and then go in there and look for the learnings. And then what you need to do is you just need to write a big list. So you get a piece of paper, put 2 columns on that piece of paper, and on one side you write learnings, and you write a big list of all of the learnings. Now you see this arrow here? Yeah, you can just see that arrow there. That arrow means big, fat list. So lots and lots of learnings, all of the learnings, the positive learnings, now and for the future, that if you were to apply those learnings, would see you get nothing but success and results in the future. And then what I want you to do is I want you to, in the other column, put a heading at the top, excellence. And I want you to list all of, now what I mean by excellence is all of the ways that these learnings can assist you to excel. But most importantly, and this is really, really important, not just can assist you to excel, but have assisted you to excel. Like, what did you learn from that circumstance or that circumstance, so those circumstances that you are now putting into action, have been putting into action? And really challenge yourself to flesh this out. And again, arrow means big, fat list, right? So big, fat list of learnings, big, fat list of excellence. So what is the whole idea of doing a process like this? Well, if you're storing and coding previous events as failure, you're actually storing and coding that in your nervous system, in your brain, in your neurological pathways. So often what we're doing here is to change a habit of thought. We need to actually change that at a neurological level. We need to create new pathways that support results-driven thoughts, actions, and behaviors, right? So by doing something like this and putting time into it and writing big fat lists and getting the learnings, what it's doing is it's facilitating a realization for you that happens at a cellular level, and then it becomes a new pattern of thought, okay? And that's the next step in this, which I haven't written as a step because it's just always a given in everything that I do, is take action based on that. Like, put it into action. Action equals results. So identify the pain point. What were the learnings? How are you using them to excel? And then think about how you can use this information to put new behaviors into action. So there you go. I hope you found your gold. Now, if you'd like to continue this journey of turning previous unsuccessful events, previous defeats into your greatest assets that can essentially propel you forward so you can take on the world and get results, I thoroughly recommend that you download a free blueprint PDF that I'm offering called The Failure Flip. It's a 5-step formula to smash self-doubt and fear of failure. So just press the button below and register for your copy of the 5-step formula, The Failure Flip. Now, today, the Find Your Gold activity obviously was just one step in the 5-step formula. So if you got value out of it, imagine what value you would get with the 4 other really good tools and activities that link to it to help you smash that self-doubt and that fear of failure. So get in there and download that for yourself now. Make sure you stay tuned for future segments of Agent of Change Game Changers. I think you'll enjoy them, and if you enjoyed today, what I'd really like you to do is share, like, and comment. My name's Heath Myers, Agent of Change, transformational coach and facilitator from agentofchange.com.au. Been great sharing with you. I look forward to connecting soon. Thank you, and bye for now.